All right, guys. I got a question about the lesson for today, which is simplifying these radicals. Now, I do want you guys to notice that both of these are square roots. Remember, if they don't have an index, that means that it has to be a 2. Okay? Which means what you're trying to do is to take square roots of things. So in other words, things like this x to the third right here needs to have an x squared in order to leave. So let me show you how I would go about doing this. Okay, so I would leave the 8w right here. Here's my square root. 7 I can't factor anymore, so it's just 7, but I'm going to write x squared times x. That's x cubed right there, x squared times x. Now remember, the index is supposed to match the power, and if it does, then this can leave. Okay, so we'll do that in the next step right here, but minus x, and then we got our square root of, now 28, I'm going to rewrite it as 4 times 7, and the reason why I used 4 is because I know that 4 has a nice square root, and then we have xw squared. Now again, the index is a 2, so this 2 will match that 2. That means that the w is going to come outside. Okay, now I didn't mention the 4, but let me kind of put it right here. This 4 has a square root of 2, so we have to remember that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start simplifying here. So 8w, I'm going to rewrite that here again. Now the things that can come out is this x right here. So 8wx, that's the only thing that can come out. The 7 has to stay, the x has to stay because they don't have square roots. So square root of 7x minus, now on this next step right here we have an x. Now the things that can come out are this 4, it's going to become a 2, and this w squared, the w will come out, so that's going to be a 2w square root of, the things that are left are the 7 and the x. Okay, so here we go, let's rewrite this. 8wx square root of 7x minus 2wx square root of 7x. Now since these match, okay, they have the same radical, the same radicand, so the inside is the same, the radical is the same, that means you just got to get their coefficients, these right here, and subtract them. So 8wx minus 2wx is 6wx square root of 7x, and that's going to be your answer to that problem. Okay, so there's that one. Now, there was another question that was asked to do this one right here. So we're going to simplify this. So I got to think of numbers that have nice cubed roots. Okay, remember, we're doing cubed roots. These little 3's right here means that it's a number that multiplies times itself 3 times. So, the square root of the cubed root of 81. So I'm going to put negative cubed root of 81 is 27 times 3. Okay, that's 81. Now I use 27 because 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So this right here has a cubed root of 3. So I know that. Okay, I kind of thought about it and I said that's a good number to use. Now with 24, I got to think of two numbers that multiply together that give me 24, but one of them has to have a nice cubed root. Well, I'll use 8 times 3 because 8 has a nice cubed root. So from there, I'm just going to start simplifying. So the 27 is going to go out for this one. Okay, so it's going to be minus 3 cubed root of 3. Okay, because this is going to stay. Okay, and then minus the 8 is going to come out as a 2. So that's going to be a 3 times 2 cubed root of 3. Now let's simplify real quick. I know the person who asked me about this, you might be seeing what maybe you did wrong. It's not that your calculation was incorrect, is that your answer was a positive 9 cubed root of 3. But right here, negative 3 minus 6 is a negative 9 cubed root of 3. So that should be your answer. Real quick fix for that one. So hopefully this helps you guys out. And again, let me know if you need more help.